Yes, well, welcome back to another video by Adam Time Lord Fishwick. And don't forget to subscribe, or I'll hit you with my stick. Yes, it's very good. Goodbye.
Oh, watch it. I nearly went arse over tip. Oh, it's the end. But the moment has been prepared for. Don't forget to subscribe to Adam Fishwick Time Lords, or it could be the other way around, I don't know. The YouTube channel. Just subscribe.
Hey there guys, Adam Time Lord Fishwick here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video I am reviewing the first episode of Series 11, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Now, I don't do much reviews on my channel, but since that we've got Doctor Who back, I'm going to start reviewing all of Series 11. So obviously I'm going to start off with the first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. So what did I think about it? I thought it was very, very refreshing to start off a new series, and you can tell that Stephen Moffat's gone now. You know, that's all in the past now. Let's look forward to the future. And this episode, my God, from what if you've seen my reaction to it, you know what I think about this episode. I had to watch this episode. I've watched it twice now. Obviously, the first time it came out, and I watched it again the other day. I was gonna do a live stream to this, but I just thought no. I think I'm more better just doing the videos like this instead. How did it start off with? Now it started off with the companions. Started off with Ryan on YouTube. I thought it would have started off with continuing the Doctor just falling from the cliffhanger in Twice Upon a Time, but no, we got the companions, which I thought was good because I know a few people have been a bit complaining that we didn't really get Jodie until like later on, but I think that was the best way to have it, because I think it's good to start off with fitting the companions into the story, because I didn't want it just to like start off with the Doctor and then, you know, and then you have like the companions later. You want to know what happened to the Doctor. You'd be too eager to know that. So I think it was best to start off with the companions first. So yeah, it started off with Ryan on YouTube, and he was saying to everyone that he couldn't ride a bike, which, you know, I like that. It's, you know, he's someone who you can relate to. I mean, I'm not the best person at riding a bike, but you know, but he also said about he knew someone, and then but we'll talk about that bit later on, because that bit does continue. And he's on a hill with his nana, Grace. Yeah, she's called Grace. And surprisingly, I wasn't expecting Bradley Walsh Graham to be kind of related to Ryan. You know, step granddad, I would say. Yeah, step granddad, because Ryan did say it's her second husband, and I felt sorry for Ryan. You know, like he got really frustrated with him not riding the bike and that. I mean, like, you know, if you're a sports fan and you know you want to start, you want to start doing something like that, then yeah, I would be frustrated as well. But yeah, these are real people though, which, you know, we never really got with Stephen Moffat's era. You know, it just started off with, you know, companion there, see the Doctor, right, let's get to we never really got any depth to them, but we did with these companions. But yeah, and then we got to see Mondit Gill, Yasmin Khan. You know, I actually thought she was the. I thought Graham was gonna be the police officer, not Yasmin though. But you know, I can see she gets a bit frustrated because, you know, she wants to do more than just than just do parking, sorting out things in the cars and that. You know, she wants something more than that, which, you know, she just seems, you know, Yasmin to me, she's more like a you know, and just a normal person. You know, nothing exciting in her life is happening at the time, but until when she meets the Doctor, and then but yeah, so Ryan goes and sees this pod, and then it turns out that that Ryan and Yasmin knew each other because they meet each other later on, don't they? So, you know, it's kind of like the companions are a bit more like a family in a way. But and then then, you know, obviously something happens in the train, and then the Doctor turns up, falls from the continue from when she fell from. I think I wanted to see more from how she was falling, if you know what I mean. But my God, when Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor just first appeared, I was hooked because I got to be honest, guys, when I saw Peter Capaldi for the first time in Deep Breath, I didn't know what to make of him, but I can understand that now because, if you know, every Doctor in their new bodies, they, you know, they're not too sure who they are yet. You know, amnesia, but I don't think the 13th Doctor got much of that. You know, she's not having any of that. So, but she still doesn't know who she was, though. But she knew she knew that, you know, she knew she was an alien, and she knew who she didn't know who she was. But yeah, Jodie really got my attention when she first turned up, and then we get to see we got to know a bit more about the villain, Tim Shaw. Yeah, Tim Shaw. He kind of reminded me of an Ice Warrior when I first saw him. Because I think he did look like an Ice Warrior to me. Yeah. But I thought it was a bit strange, you know, whenever he kills someone, he puts the person's tooth on his face, which I thought was a bit weird, but still, when he took his mask off, I was scared. He had quite a scary face. He did. I don't think he was, you know, the best villain, but he did look scary. My God, he did. And wow, yeah. But I loved the scene with when the Doctor made her own sonic screwdriver. I just thought that was great because she was a bit like, you know, I think with this episode with the Doctor, it was a bit like, it kind of reminded me of the John Pertwee era, you know, when the third Doctor was just thinking on his feet, no TARDIS and that, he, you know, was making gadgets and that, and I think it kind of brought a bit of that to it. But I think I don't know, but I've been hearing people been saying she's a bit like Matt Smith. I think she's more like David. I don't know why, but I just see David in her. And Aaron from All Things Doctor, he said an interesting one. Peter Davison and Matt Smith, but you know, but still, I think she still was her own Doctor. I just love her energy to it, her energy to the Doctor. But yeah, and I think the storyline wasn't. It was nice and simple. I think it was nice and simple. It wasn't anything like, you know, a massive big plot line or anything like that. Because I think Chris Chibnall said that he doesn't want any of the big storyline plot twist stuff like that. But I think, you know, it's a good story for to start off a series. It's a bit like the 11th Hour with, you know, the Doctor stopping Prisoner Zero, and you know, he was stopping, you know, 20 minutes to the end of the world. Well, yeah, I think with this it was just a nice simple story. I also loved the bit with I loved the bit when Jodie when the Doctor passed out, and she was just lying down on the on the settee in, I think it's in Ryan's house, and you know, you got like the regeneration coming out of her mouth. It kind of reminded me of the scene in the Christmas Invasion when the 10th Doctor's just sleeping throughout the episode and regeneration just comes out of his mouth. It kind of had aspects to that, I think. I found that lad on the crane, I found him a bit annoying, saying like, I am special, I am important and all that. Just thought, no. But that scene with the when 13 realised who she was and she said, I am the Doctor, that's just, yeah, just when every Doctor says that, has that moment, that was her moment. I loved that bit. I love the way she was explaining regeneration to Graham and Grace. I just thought, yeah, I thought that was just very. That's just something what the Doctor would say. I think that's what I thought. That's what I think about. That's what kind of caught my attention to say that Jodie is the Doctor. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a death in it at the end. When Grace dies at the end, you know, I felt really sorry for Ryan and Graham especially at the funeral when you had Graham just doing that speech, and you know, I can relate to that because I don't have if you guys watch my YouTube channel long enough, you know a bit about my past. You know, I had to do, because you guys know, who've watched my channel for a while, you guys know that I've told you a little bit ago that my dad passed away, and watching Graham do that speech, it kind of reminded me what I did, because I did a speech for my dad at the funeral, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done, and I just thought I can relate to that, and I can say the same thing, like when Graham said, you know, you've had, Graham, Graham, you've had 3 years, 3 years with me. What are you complaining about? You know, I'm complaining that I didn't have enough. Yet I didn't spend much. I didn't have it. That wasn't enough. And I can say the same about my dad. I had 21 years with my dad, and I don't think that's enough. And I can really relate to that. So, you know, for that, you know, even though just that emotional bit though, but I still love Graham in general. He's my favourite companion so far, and Ryan is. Yasmin, I think I need to see more of her first. To, you know, to get properly into, but I still like her though. But it was just that moment with Graham at the funeral, doing that speech. It's just that just reminded me of when I did the speech for my dad at the at his funeral, and I can really relate to that. So that's one of the reasons why, because I know how he feels. And especially afterwards how he first met Grace, when he said he used to have cancer. You know, wow. Just, you know, I really felt for him. So yeah, Bradley Walsh, as much as he's a comedian though, he can be such a serious actor though, which I really like. And I know I can't remember what other show he was in, but I think he was a police officer, and he was serious in that. So that's what I love about him. You know, you can have a laugh with him, but he can be serious at the same time. Yeah, and even that bit where when Jodie when the doctor said, it's like, I lost my family a long time ago. They may be gone from this world, but they're still here in my here in my mind. They're not gone to me, which I really like. And I love the bit when she got her clothes from a charity shop, which I just thought was just brilliant, because I don't think we actually got how Capaldi got his clothes. He just turned up with them. We saw her choosing her clothes, like, yeah, that's what I want. Oh, and also I just love that reaction when earlier in the episode when Yasmin said, "Hold on, please, madam. I need to ask you something." And the doctor just turns around, and is like, "Why are you calling me madam?" It's like, "Because you're a woman." Am I? Does it suit me? It's just like she didn't really. The doctor just didn't really. She was surprised that she got told she was a woman though, but she just continued later on that, you know, it didn't really mean much of a big deal, which I don't want it to be much of a big deal, because when I saw Jodie as the Doctor, I wasn't seeing a female Doctor. I was seeing the Doctor, and I think that's how great Jodie Whittaker's performance was as the Doctor. Like, you don't even, in my opinion, I didn't even notice the Doctor being a woman. I just saw the Doctor. But still, Jodie as an actress was just great as the Doctor, and I really love her performance as the Doctor. I wasn't expecting a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end when there was just floating in space. Well, I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see the TARDIS, but I don't know. We might get that in the second episode though. But me and my friend Sean, he's been on my channel quite a few times, and obviously he's appeared in a few of my videos, so I guess you guys know who he is. Me and him were having a chat, saying that we were thinking that we might not see the TARDIS console unit into the last episode, but I hope we don't, because I really want to know what the TARDIS looks like inside. Plus, I want to buy it on Gary's Mod, and I'm definitely going to be doing a review, a TARDIS tour of the 13th Doctor's TARDIS in that when we get to see it. But yeah, all in all, this episode wasn't the best storyline, but it was good to start off a series opener, and the character development in this was brilliant. Jodie Whittaker was brilliant, Bradley Walsh was brilliant, Tosin Cole, Mandip Gill, I can't remember the actress who plays Grace, but she was great. I wasn't expecting her to die in it. But all in all, I give this episode a strong 9 out of 10, because I've just missed Doctor Who. It's back, and my God, it's going to a different direction, and it's been great. And I just want to say that it's risen up to, like, we've got so many high viewers for this one episode, which we've not had for 10 years now, and I am so happy that we've got this. It feels like we've got, the Russell T Davies era back, but I know it's not exactly, the Russell T Davies, but it's coming round to that, where Doctor Who, where more people are going to be watching it again, which I love, because I've absolutely missed those days, and I'm just back to the point where I'm just absolutely proud of the show, and I'm so glad that I am a fan of it, and I will forever will be, and but I really want this series to be great, and from the first episode it has been great, and I cannot wait for episode 2. So yeah, tell me, you guys, what you thought of this of The Woman Who Fell to Earth, guys. Tell me in the comments. I would love to know. And yeah, I shall see you guys next time. So I'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of the week, and enjoy the next episode. I shall see you then. Bye.
Hello. Why not subscribe to Adam Time Lord Fishwick's YouTube channel? It's very good, Goodbye.